Hello students, today we will do some quick revision of tense and its uses and rules. As you know that the form of verb that denotes the state or time or mode of action is called the tense of that verb. So we should know very clear that tense is related to verb form only. Is it clear? And like Hindi kal, वर्तमान काल भूतकाल भविष्य काल tense means not the time, though time is included in tense. Time is an important tool of tense, but tense means not time. Tense includes and tense refers the form of verb. Is it clear? So you can say that in English there is present tense, past tense and future time reference. Future time reference can be given by will, shall plus infinitive or finite verb, or by simple present tense as school remains closed tomorrow. Here it is present tense, but it is referring what? Future time reference. Or going to, as India and Pakistan going to play a match next day. Here it is referring future time, but it is use of going to. And by modal auxiliaries, as Mr. Raman may retire in next year. Here also you are using modal auxiliary and referring future time. Okay, or by present continuous tense. Okay, for example you can say that he is going to play a cricket match next day or next year. For that scheduled thing you can use these things to refer future time. Okay, and some grammarians say that will and shall plus infinite verb mention as future tense also. Okay, some mention as a future tense for the convenience of students so that understand tense better, because in India we relate each and everything with our mother tongue. So over and all you can say that there are three tenses in English. They are present tense, past tense and future tense. Okay, each of these tenses are further subdivided into four types. Like the present tense is divided in four subdivisions: simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. In the same way, past tense, simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. In the same way, future tense, simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. And uses of tense, you should understand it very nicely. Simple present tense you use for permanent work or schedule or habit or any universal truth. If anything is permanent, if anything is universal, for that you should always use simple present tense. Okay, and present continuous tense for any temporary work. Okay, or if any work is in progress in present time. Okay, you should remember that two things for continuous tense: the work should be temporary or in progress. Okay, that's why present continuous tense is called present progressive tense. Also there you should use continuous tense. For present perfect tense, you should know that, understand very easily it, that if any work is completed but its effect is in present time also, there you should use present perfect tense. Just suppose if you hurt your knee and it is paining still, then you will say I have hurt my knee. Okay, and just suppose if you have eaten in the morning anything and now you are not hungry. Okay, means its effect is not in present time, then you will say that I ate in the morning. But just suppose if you have eaten in the morning and your stomach is full, you do not require any food, then you will say I have eaten in the morning. Means if completed works effect is in present time still remain, then you will use present perfect tense. And present perfect continuous if any work was started in some time and it is continuing still, okay, with denoted time, and in this you use for or since also. For schedule of time, and since for point of time. Is it clear? Just suppose if you are waiting for anyone, then you will, I am waiting for Ramesh, Rohan, anyone. But just suppose if you are waiting for 2 hours, then you will use present perfect continuous tense. I have been waiting for Ramesh or Rohan, whoever it is, for 2 hours, or since morning. Is it clear? If there is adverbial of time, there you use present perfect continuous. Then come on uses of past tense. Simple past tense you use for the work which is completed and its effect is not in present time, okay, and so you compare it with present perfect tense. In present perfect tense, work is completed but its effect is in present time. But in simple past tense, also the work is completed but its effect is not in present time. As he went to school, but he is not in school, okay, then you will use he went to school, okay. But just suppose he visited school and its effect is still there, he is still in school, its memory is still in his mind, then he will say that I have gone to the school. Past continuous tense you use for any work which was in progress in past time, okay, the temporary work. And work in progress in past time, there you use past continuous tense. In the same way, past perfect tense you should use when two works completed in the past time, then for the first completed work, okay, first completed event, you should use past perfect tense. Clear? And past perfect continuous tense, it is also like present perfect continuous tense. Work was in progress, okay, in past time with a given time, okay. And you should also remember here also that for duration of time you use for, as for 2 hours, for 2 days. And for point of time you should use since, as since morning, since noon, since 1920, whatever. And now come to the future tense, simple future tense. If any work is going to take place in future time, okay, and then you use simple future. Future continuous, if any work is going to be in progress, okay, or will be temporarily done in future, then you use future continuous. And it is supposed to done any work in future time, that future perfect tense. And future perfect continuous tense you use, suppose that if any work will be completed in future time and it will go on for some time also, okay, sometimes adverbial, there you will use future perfect continuous tense. Now you will see a complete rule chart of tense. It is given here. See it, as it is simple present tense. In this, helping verb you will use. In affirmative, no helping verb. In negative and interrogative, do with plural and does with singular. And main verb form, and with affirmative sentences, S or ES form, and with singular subject. And first form you use in negative or interrogative or plural subject, okay. Here some examples are also given, you can use them. And for present continuous tense, is with singular subject, am with I, and are with plural subject. Ing form of the verb you use, here are given some examples. And with present perfect tense, with singular subject has, with plural subject have, and you always use third form in present perfect tense. And here are some examples given. And in present perfect continuous you use helping verb has been with singular subject, have been with plural subject and ing form of the verb. Here are some examples. And in simple past tense with affirmative subject, you should not use any helping verb, and in negative and interrogative sentences you use did. And second form with affirmative sentences, and first form of the verb in negative or interrogative sentences. Many students do mistake in it, that in simple past they use second form of the verb in negative and interrogative sentences also. Many students do such type of mistake. You should remember that in simple past only in affirmative sentences you should use second form of the verb, as he went to school, okay, he played cricket, okay. But if it is negative, then he did not play cricket. Did they play cricket? Okay, first form of the verb in negative and interrogative. So continuous tense you should use was and were, okay, and ing form. And here are given some examples, okay. And past perfect continuous tense, had been, and ing form of the verb. Here are given some examples, okay. Simple future tense with I and we you should use shall, and with other subjects will, and always use first form, as I shall play. And for simple future continuous tense, will be, shall be, helping verb, okay. And first ing form of the verb in continuous tense. Here are given some examples. Future perfect tense, will have, shall have, okay. And third form of the verb. Here are some examples. And future perfect continuous, will have been, shall have been, ing form of the verb. Here are given some examples. And after it is given a summary of verb forms used in tenses, okay. In present continuous tense, present perfect continuous tense, past continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, future continuous tense, and future perfect continuous tense. In all these 6 tenses we use ing form of the verb, okay. And in present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and future perfect tense, means each and every perfect tense we use third form of the verb. And simple present, except in affirmative sentences with singular subject, only you use s or es form, otherwise first form. In simple past also you use first form, and in simple future also you use first form. And in simple past you should remember that only in affirmative sentences of simple past we use second form of the verb, otherwise in interrogative and negative sentences we use first form of the verb. So it is a summary of verb forms. You are seeing that there are 12 tenses. Out of 12, in 6 tenses you use ing form of the verb. In 3 tenses you use third form of the verb, and 3 tenses you use first form of the verb. And only in simple presents affirmative sentence, in that also if subject is singular then you will use s or es form. If in affirmative sentences the subject is plural, then also you will use first form of the verb.